When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
Sometimes the greatest lesson you can teach your children costs less than 10 euros. This is Summit After the Storm podcast, and I'm Bart Wilbanks. After spending the afternoon exploring the Eiffel Tower, we decided we weren't finished yet. Everyone says the same thing: you've got to come back to the Eiffel Tower at night. The Eiffel Tower is impressive enough during the day, but every night, after dark, at 10 p.m., the Eiffel Tower lights up and sparkles. It's an event you simply cannot miss. Amanda and I had seen that before with our parents. So instead of heading back to our flat, we spent the evening just walking through Paris, about within a mile or so of the Eiffel Tower. We found a place to eat. We walked streets that we had never seen before. We stopped for dessert. We really weren't in a hurry. We were simply enjoying being together as a family in one of the most beautiful cities in the world. And as it started to get dark, we made our way back toward the Eiffel Tower. As we got close, the sidewalks were packed with people doing exactly what we were doing. And every few feet, you would see vendors holding up these miniature Eiffel Towers, keychains, various sizes. Some would even light up, trying to get those extra sales before this light show began. That's when Rhys stopped and pointed at one of the vendors and said, "Hey, Bart, can I get one of those?" He was pointing at a 12-inch metal Eiffel Tower that lit up. Earlier that afternoon, we had seen that exact same souvenir inside the Eiffel Tower gift shop, but there they cost 40 to 50 euros. The street vendors wanted 20 euros. Before answering Rhys, I asked Amanda how many coins she had, and she and I put all of our change together and we counted it. We had exactly 9 euros in coins. So I handed the coins to Rhys and I said, "Yeah, you can get one of those, but you have to get it for 9 euro. He looked at me a little bit confused, but "That's not enough money, Bart. They cost 20 euro. I smiled and said, "They cost whatever you're willing to pay for them. Find the one you want, offer him this handful of coins, 9 euro. And when he says no, you have to be willing to walk away. Trust me. You won't get very far." So Rhys looked at me for a second, then he slowly walked toward the vendor. I stayed where I was, 40 to 50 feet away. This was his lesson. I watched as he picked out the Eiffel Tower that he wanted. He offered 9 euro. I could see the vendor shaking his head no to indicate that's not enough money. I didn't negotiate for him. I just stood back and watched. Rhys turned like he was going to leave, and the vendor stopped him. "Eiffel Tower sold, 9 euro. A few seconds later, Rhys came running toward me with the biggest smile on his face, proudly holding up his new Eiffel Tower. Bart, I got it. I can't believe that worked." He was absolutely beaming. And for the rest of the night, he carried that little Eiffel Tower everywhere we went. A few minutes later, the lights on the Eiffel Tower began to sparkle. Thousands of people stood there looking in amazement. It was every bit as beautiful as everyone had said. Today, I still remember those lights. But that's not what I remember the most about that night. What I remember most is standing on a Paris sidewalk, watching Rhys discover he could do something he didn't think he could do. As a stepdad, I know my place. But one of the greatest privileges that Amanda has given me the opportunity to do is walk beside the boys as they grow. That night wasn't about negotiating the price of a souvenir. It was about watching a 10-year-old boy grow his confidence. And I couldn't have been more proud of him. James chapter 4:2 says, "You do not have because you do not ask." Sometimes we assume the answer before we ever ask the question. Sometimes the opportunity is waiting just beyond the courage to take that first step. Whether you're negotiating a business deal, interviewing for a new job, asking for a promotion, or simply pursuing a dream, don't let the fear of hearing no keep you from asking. The answer may still be no, but it also might be yes. And you'll never know if you never ask. Where in your life have you already accepted no without ever giving someone the opportunity to say yes? Maybe today is your day to ask. If this episode encouraged you, would you share it with someone who needs to hear it? And if you haven't, follow Summit After the Storm on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you're listening. You can learn more about this movement, my book, as well as additional resources at summitafterstorm.com. Season 4 follows our family's journey across Europe, discovering timeless lessons from history, culture, faith, leadership, and family. Tomorrow, we'll discover why one unexpected experience in Paris reminded me that some of life's greatest treasures can't be found on any tourist map. This is Summit After the Storm. Until next time, keep climbing. Poly poly.